many dreams a long time ago, 3 to 5 years ago, even more recent than that. But I haven't had those dreams in a while. Was being set up for murder cases and for stuff like that, and getting my fingerprints. And the more recent dream was right before I moved, getting my fingerprints on things to set me up, right? Um, Before we moved here, my mom was getting all this stuff from the free place on Facebook, the couches, or so she was said, couches and stuff. But I had looked up online storage units, and I seen my mom, some guy named Patrick, and Irma. I mean, not my mom, my sister Miranda, with a storage unit going up for like repossession or whatever, selling it. With Irma and got some guy named Patrick, which I assumed there was illegal activity in that storage unit, or some sort of setup. I always went to start trying to set me up for murder or some shit. I don't know why I got paranoid about that, but I did. And that could have been a fear-based prophecy that I had when I was prophesying and stuff of that nature. But it was Irma, Patrick, and Miranda had a storage unit on Glen Creek. I looked it up online, and it was up for sale, whatever. And then I assumed that they were doing storage unit operations, illegal operations or setups, by holding things in the storage units, right? I assume that this is already documented. I already said this many times over before I moved here. So this is just kind of a repeat, just in case they tried to attempt to do it again. And and then and then then Destiny, which I put a lot of my sister's friends I deemed as stalkers because I don't associate with none of them. Most of them are addicts and most of them are criminals. So that's not my type of lifestyle I live, you know what I mean? They would bring stuff in the house and bring stuff for my mom and sister from the storage unit. And one time, I have this on live stream and on video when they came over, both times on YouTube, so I can confirm with video footage. My mom had came one time to the house, at the old house, and then she left right away, and then all of a sudden, Brandon and Destiny pulled up, and I figured they were trying to set me up. And then someone came to my window when I moved here. They yelled. Came out of Katie's house, yelled at my window, and said, "It's Brandon." So it could have been Brandon and Destiny with the storage unit operation, and whatever they're doing is that it's their criminal activity trying to set me and my family up. But that's just a possible theory. But my mom had left one from there, and then they showed up at my house once. I told them that I don't really associate with them. They came again when my mom was gone. I told them, don't come here unless you talk to my mom because I have no association with you, Destiny or Brandon, etc. So if they had any association with any of the criminal activity, that would be Miranda, Destiny, and Brandon. But anyways, it was already documented. I already have Brandon and Destiny bringing shit in my house at the old house on the live stream. Ain't no big deal. And I had already prophesied someone named Brandon was stalking me years ago. I just didn't know exactly who it was. And then it's possibly him or possibly another Brandon, who knows. And then there was also a Brandon watching me on my YouTube all the time and commenting, but he was a low-key hater. So you could see in the comment sections on my YouTube, some guy named Brandon, he was saying he was gang stalked and all this stuff and all this other shit. And he was exposing fake gang stalkies, whatever. Anyways, I deemed him as like a stalker too. It could be the same Brandon, it could be a different Brandon, two different Brandons. But anyways, there were storage units with Miranda, Irma, some dude named Patrick, and then whoever their associations were, which their associations at that time was all drug addicts and criminals and dealers and probably murderers, probably a whole different, I don't know exactly what, scam artists, frauds, I don't know what the situation was. But those things were correlated on live streams, recorded. I told him I don't associate with none of I told Destiny to her face, I was like, I don't associate with none of my sister's friends because I never talked to her or see her. And I always knew that my sister's friends were always, just gossip and just hate and do drugs and all that type of criminal activity. So I told her that I don't fuck with none of my sister's friends. So don't come over here unless you talk to my mom, etc. And then I saying the same thing to Anna, who's in West Salem, right? Skinny tweaker girl that used to stay with Ruben. I don't know if she still does. She introduced herself. And I was like, yeah, I don't fuck with my sister's friends or my mom's friends. They're, you know what I mean? So that's why I didn't talk to her. Told her straight up, you know what I mean? That's how I get down when I see a criminal or a tweaker most of the time. You know what I mean? Because I get anxiety, and just that's just not my type of vibe. I'd rather be someone who's sober and fucking not criminal. So every time my mom and sister had someone over at the house, that's exactly what I said. And I had that on live stream proof, years and years of proof. Every time someone came over, I was like, let me know when they leave, mom. Let me know. So those things are documented and proven, right? Same here. Even when my own Aunt Irma came over here, I told her I didn't want her here, and my mom still wanted her here, etc. So I always keep my house drug free, and always keep my house criminal free, and I have documentation of that 24/7 every day for years and years. So anyone who said otherwise, they could see me in court, and they can be proven liars, and they can catch a perjury charge. Real simple.